my name is Jess. Oh, so sexy. Oh, so sexy, baby. Oh,
Did we the people listen to Larry new CD, his new cassette tape? Girl, no. No. Ching-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Ching-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Do you have spare change? Do you have spare cash at Miss Thing, honey? See, y'all gonna get enough for doing all that, man. I'm back, honey. You're watching Jessie. I'm online tonight. I wanted to do a little pre-recorded tea for y'all, but y'all make sure y'all hit like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you hit me up on Instagram if you haven't already. I love connecting with people on Instagram. What else? I want to thank I believe 689 subscribers that I got so far. I'm like jumping quick. The algorithm is amazing. I feel blessed. I'm already connected in with a lot of y'all already as it is. It's just that I haven't really been uploading as frequently as I should. So, but I'm getting a lot of things in order. So, make sure that you just stay connected in with me. I know last week was a little turbulent. To say the least. But I appreciate everybody for all the messages that I saw, whether they were good or bad. I know we had a couple mishaps over there with Miss Spruce one, but that's my girl. And some of the commenters or whatever, but I tried to reach out and apologize to who needed to be apologized to. We all make some mistakes, so I ain't gonna hold myself up and act like I don't make mistakes. I ain't some of these folk that sitting up here on this here YouTube, honey. Listen, I know I said I want to get away from this church sector, but the tea, it's so good, and it's just so obvious that these people are willing to do anything for a little bit of clout and a little bit of a cash. Who, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm not gonna be labor the hour, and I'm not gonna be before you long. But the heavens are telling, God is not mocked. Larry Reid, Larry. Me and Larry go back a little bit. We don't go back that far. I don't know that man from a can of paint. But a lot of y'all may or may not know. Like, I used to watch Larry. I was a fan of him at one point. First time I actually came across him was back when he had a little bit of a relationship with T.S. Madison. This was back, I think, 2018 or so. I was still young. I was like, what, 24. So, I was like, oh, he's apostolic. He has some apostolic going on and all of this and that, honey. I was like, okay, I'm going to follow him. So I followed him all the way up until like, I want to say 2023, I believe. And I just noticed that man changed. And I think a lot of us have all seen that. And so, I just kind of just backed up off of them. And then once I started watching other platforms, and things that started coming out, and I was able to kind of see like, oh, he kind of full of it. He full of it. He been doing a lot of nasty stuff for a long time. So, I jumped ship about 2023, 2024, and from there it's just been a mess. And then that's right around the time when a lot of stuff started coming out. I'm not going to go down that whole history or whatever, but I didn't talk about this previously. I wanted to bring up the first few times I started coming on YouTube on other platforms on St. James. That's who got me pretty much like comfortable, got my feet wet to get on YouTube. I noticed that well, Larry had came in the chat when there was some mess going on between him and his ex friend. Sometimes boo, I don't know what to say. I'm not trying to be funny about these people and that in their story and their life. I'm just trying to be fair and tell, you know, the tea like everybody else. I'm not trying to be funny. You know, don't nobody come up over here trying to roast and gag, because you will get gagged and roasted. You know what I'm saying? So, and you will be deleted and blocked. Period. Or 55 of your profiles. So, you know, I was up on the screen and Larry came on in the chat, you know, getting real Twitter fingery. And we the people was just like, you know, I'm gonna need for you to calm down. And he tried to do that whole strangulation, manipulation, using these words and phrases to get people hot and bothered. But you know, if you want me to sit there and play an emotional game and cuss you out, I will. I'll do it every time. It's not a game over here. I don't care about looking crazy. I just want to let you know that I will cuss you out. So, you know, he did that. And one day, I believe, because that happened early last year, 2024, or in the middle of last year. I want to say about May, April, maybe. So, I noticed one day, I think I was looking up because something else was going on. And at this point, I believe this man keeps bringing up all these fraudulent stories to keep his name out there, because we the people kind of just saying we don't care about you no more, boo. So so I went to go look up his Facebook page, and I was blocked. I was like, little old me, I didn't even have my YouTube going on. I don't even know if I had uploaded my first video at that point. So I was like, okay, well, I'm blocked. But then I thought about it, I was like, wait, I might have blocked him. I said, okay. So earlier this year, just a couple months ago, like back in the fall, I revisited that thought, and I was just like, oh. I looked through my block list. I was like, I don't have Larry Reid Live blocked at all. He blocked me. Little old me. Jesse J. Blige to be exact. So, you know, these people running around here acting like, oh, I don't listen to that vlogger. I don't know them. I don't know that. Let's cut the bullshit. So some of us know about the whole breakup between Larry and Bernard Jordan. Whoop-de-doo. It's getting old and redundant at this point. We have other things to talk about, honey. I'm hating that I'm even doing this, and you know, because all the vloggers say that. I hate that I'm doing this, but I really wanted to move on. But I just had to come and talk about this real quick. Talk about this. I want to say T, but I just wanted to come and talk about this and make some prove some points, honey. But before we get into the things of the thing, let's give a disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing on rights. Now that is out the way, let's get into the thing of the thing. What I'm not going to do today, however, because the person we got to use a reference point, and I'm going to do the old school poor man's copyright like Uncle Tim. I'm not going to bring nobody up on my screen because I ain't nobody's fool, honey. And I've been around the block a couple of times, even though I look a little on the younger side. I've been around the block. So y'all not gonna come around here trying to flag my page. I'm playing the audio, girl. Good luck.
I think it was later on, because remember I had gotten $1.3 million worth of business loan debt because of really carrying too much weight. And so I had paid that off. Of course, I got back into a few more business loans, but I'm handling that the wisest and white Donald Trump way.
Yeah, and we the people know exactly what you mean by you when you say the Donald Trump way, because Donald Trump is the only one that had 6 or 7 bankruptcies and still became the president of the United States of America. We know exactly what you mean. He didn't come out and and that's the thing about these people. You got to watch every little thing that they say. They won't come out and just say, you know what, had some bad business dealings, I'm about to just go bankrupt. No, they don't do that. They go around and around, never admit what to most people would be common sense. No, they don't do that. They go around and around. And really, at the end of the day, none of us need to know any of this. You could just be quiet, not say anything. None of us would ever know. But the only reason why we knew this particular story, I do want to shout out to Judge Alicia Thomas. That's my home girl. She don't come up that much. She don't come on that often. She down there from Mississippi, where my folk from Marysville, Mississippi. Shout out to you, Judge Thomas. But I said this before. I was wondering to myself when certain things were coming out, when Manasseh came out and stated, or Bishop Jordan, one of them, had come out and said about the payday loans. Why go in line? That's the biggest thing tonight. Why go in line and say, no, they're not telling the truth. I'm financially sound and this, that, and the third. Why would you go and say that, Larry? We the people really want to know, why did you go back and say that these people are lying? You did get a payday loan. You did get something with some high APR and a high interest rate. We know exactly what happened, honey. And if you go back and watch I'm not giving nobody no full free press and promotion, especially if I don't really particularly care for you like that. I ain't got no problem with none of these. Well, I ain't got no problem with this particular girl, but I just don't like you. Period. You are not my cup of tea, but I have to go over there and get some tea from you. But yeah, when you go back and you watch these stories, and he's basically saying that he had asked for the loan in 2022. Now, to my remembrance, he was still running around all over the country, putting on these ugly clothes, thinking he was Sylvester, honey. To me, and that was just last year or the year before. That wasn't that long ago. That was just last year that you was running around there in that big blue suit, looking a big blue mess, honey. It would have seemed to me, I wouldn't have put on all them clothes. Y'all hiring these punks down there in Atlanta to put these ugly clothes on your back. And you was having money troubles then. Yes, the economy was slowing down, but that should have told you right there, instead of crashing out on the internet for free, start downsizing. Everybody been downsizing on the low. We been aware a recession was coming. Hell, Bishop Jordan said a recession was coming. I remember when he said it back in 2021. He was like, y'all need to save for a rainy day. So and anybody that's ever been in college and got a real degree, Dr. Sue, anybody that got a real degree, we know how the economy works. You have a period of growth and then it retracts. So I don't know what to tell these girls. All I'm saying is just quit getting up here lying all the time. Larry, we are sick and tired of you. Now, the thing is, if he is, because he never came out and said that he's filing bankruptcy, which we probably know he is. And there's a couple of platforms. I know Tarsha Global went live. I think Dr. Blue, shout out to her. Also, shout out to Miss Cruiser. The women are taking over. The women are taking over. That's why I came on here last week and did what I did, because the women need a safe space to share tea, to roast and gag, just like the men do. They got the personality, they got the thing going on. Clear the way for the women. No, you're not going to bully, and I stand on that. It is what it is. I'm not apologizing for nothing. I stand on that, and I'll stand 10 toes down. Let the clear the way for the women, period. Let them pop their stuff too. But yeah, shout out to them. A lot of them made a lot of great points. The biggest point that I didn't really hear. Okay, let's say you go bankrupt right now. Okay, what are you gonna do? What are you going to do? Because your name is tarnished. You say you ain't a Christian no more. So in the religious community, I know I used to get my little 888 when I was a follower of you. So I don't follow you no more. What exactly are you going to do? It's not like you can go run down there to Tyler Perry Studios and go rip and run. What are you going to do? Because you're not going. You got to make the money back. That's the point of bankruptcy. Is okay. I'm gonna make some more money, and this time I'm gonna clear up my financial path. I'm not gonna take out that much debt. So what are you going to do for income? Because the little 888s, we the people said we're not giving them no more. You need to give it up. Give it up, delicious. We're not coming down there to your little program, your little concert in the damn room D of the Marriott by the motel, by the airport. We not coming to none of that. We wasn't coming to Dubai. We wasn't buying your little timeshares. We didn't sign up for Ghana. We not moving to Ghana. Don't get up there like Dr. Umar started saying you're gonna open up a school. We not coming to that either. And please don't make no more of them goddamn cassette tapes, girl. Don't make another one. We the people don't want to hear that cassette tape, honey. What are you gonna do for income? I mean, AdSense is one thing, and you still got to clear that debt depending on what bankruptcy you do. You can do 7 to 13, but 7, 9, 13, I think. But what you gonna do? Because that's the biggest lesson. Like, a lot of y'all, and he's not the only one, but a lot of y'all don't have transferable skills like that. If YouTube shut down right now, if they got rid of Google right now, if they got rid of AdSense, what would y'all do? What would y'all do? Because just because you got X amount of followers on this platform don't mean they're going to go over to TikTok. Don't mean they about to go buy your CD. Don't mean they're going to follow you to Instagram. Don't mean they're going to follow you wherever. What are y'all going to do? Y'all not money makers like y'all claim y'all are. And y'all need to quit playing in our damn face saying that y'all these rich bitches when we know you ain't. Y'all don't got the streams of income like y'all claim. Don't claim. Don't claim. I don't even know if y'all are millionaires. What was you jumping up there living the lifestyle of a rapper for? When I can go down the street, you moved in the Cardi B house, old house. If I walk down the street right now, everybody know who Cardi B is. If I walk down the street right now, you know who Larry Reid? No, I don't know who that is. Is he running for council? Is he running for president? Who is that? We don't know who no damn hell. Half the church may know who Larry Reid is. They definitely don't like your ass. They don't fool with no damn Larry Reid. They already don't like sissies and punks. Now he running around here talking about he a sapiosexual. Girl, you're gay. Give it up, girl. You ain't had no vagina since Lisa left your life. You give it up. Give it up. You're gay. Maybe bisexual or pan at the most, but be for real. Stop lying. Quit using all these words. And then y'all get up there and you say people is sapiosexuals. And I'm like, why y'all make everything damn gay? Y'all make gay people look so goddamn bad. Y'all some sorry sissies. God, y'all some sorry sissies. And lastly, before I end this here little video, I got a couple more things. First of all, your minions, they already jumping ship. That's crazy. The girls did so much backpedaling, throwing people like me and my friends on here all down in the dirt, all down in the mud, roasting and gagging us for a year. And now you done come to find out that the little bit of cash app and super chats that you were receiving, they were business loans, Miss Thing. They were payday loans, to be exact. The financial situation that you claim you were in, all of this and that was a payday loan, Miss Gray. 2026 gonna be a gag. Because a lot of y'all coming on here claiming that y'all was rich and all of this and that. The Lord gonna have his way. Because this I'm gonna say that I'm gonna make this proclamation, to be exact. I got in my heart the 2026 is gonna be a year of reflection. A year of reflection. So whatever you have been doing for the last few years is going to reflect back out. So if you've been nasty with people, you've been cheating and lying, backbiting, evil, it's coming back. It's the boomerang. It's a year of reflection. When you look in that mirror, that's what a lot of y'all are finna get next year, 2026. It's not a game. And then again, I want to go back. What are you going to do? Because first of all, a lot of people, first of all, we don't have time like we used to. Like, I know me, I'm always busy. I don't have no time like I did back during the pandemic. Because that's where a lot of people on YouTube online was making a lot of their money. And this is just for all content creators over the board. A lot of us were making, the economy was just flowing like that. You could easily give your money. You'd be like, you know what, I just got this little 1,200 from the government. They just gave me this, they just gave me that. Food not as high as it is now. My rent was half as much as I pay now. Literally half. And I haven't, like, my income has not grown maybe like a couple bands a year. And my rent has literally doubled. That's crazy. So no, I'm not giving you no 888, girl. Go get a job if you can find one. Because I know, even for myself, I graduate in 8 months, and I'm like, you barely see anything out there. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It'd be like, I went to school and it feel like this paper might be a little worthless. It just depends, I'm not giving up hope or anything like that. Praise we I'm gonna thank God in advance for a new employment and all of that. But it's still in the back of your mind, like, you know what? This is crazy. What am I gonna do with this degree that I went to school for? Struggle. I struggle for that damn degree because there's people I know, man, they done had experience. They done went to all these nice schools and all of this and that. And even they on the unemployment line. It's real out here. It's really real out here. And instead of us banding together, I say this again and again and again. Instead of us all banding together, but for us to band together, you gotta start telling the truth. You gotta start keeping it real. Quit trying to always, you don't have to always sit there and make yourself out to be the victim. You don't have to always make sure that you're right. We need to come together. But you want to push apart and do your own thing because you thought you was about to do your big one and get more money. No, it's not working that way. So you went out there on your own, did your own thing. We not coming, girl. We not coming. We not coming to see you, Miss Otis. We not coming. And the thing again, like, a lot of the people that probably was supporting you back then, them people not giving that money. Some of them done died. They done moved on to the next subject. They done went back to church. They don't want to hear it no more. So what are you gonna do? Because here's the thing, and this is a message and a word for all the girls or all the current YouTubers or whatnot. Everybody's pretty much Gen X or the older set of millennials and stuff. And when you think about it, it's like Gen Z and millennial was the younger millennials like myself. We don't want to listen to your old ass. I'm sorry, but we're not gonna be coming over here listening to you sit up and tell fabrications and lies and scams. We're not listening to y'all. Half of y'all not attractive. Y'all not nothing to look at. You got to be somewhat attractive for us to come and look at you. Y'all still using the same backgrounds from 2-3 years ago. You ain't elevated your platform. You do the same thing every day, every week. Come on, give us something different. We need a little bit of variety. Do a little remix around here. And that's another thing for you content creators, because there he was able to get on BET and all of this and that and get on TV. He said, I did. I was the first one to go to Hollywood. Okay, whoop-de-doo, girl. What you did, you went on BET Plus. Because it wasn't like you was on Netflix, ABC, or Amazon. I was on Amazon, girl. You was on one show, one season of a show, and now you are big and bad. But here's the thing. You still was bringing your ass on YouTube, over here playing in the mud in the gutter with these girls, with these people, and it got you taken right off. Y'all don't know nothing about Cardi B. I might listen to mostly gospel, but sometimes I go want to listen to my little rap and stuff. I love Cardi B. Cardi B started off on Love and Hip Hop. She did 2 seasons of that show, and guess what she did? She got the hell up off of there. She got right up off it. But y'all don't do that. Y'all don't come up with a different game plan. Y'all don't do nothing. Y'all just sit there and keep doing the same thing on YouTube, and then you wonder why, okay, after 7-8 years, we the people that moved on. We the people trying to find something new to talk about. Yeah. Now y'all desperate. Y'all doing anything for clout, anything for a cash app. Ching a ling a ling. Y'all make sure y'all hit like, share, and subscribe. Again, it's been y'all boy Jesse.